All right, guys, welcome to a new video. Woo! Woo, 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 woo! All right, we are starting today with this vacuum. I'm going to start by putting the vacuum battery to charge because typically after the vacuum is clean, I want to use it right after because it's so satisfying, right? So I'm putting here the battery to charge. So once the vacuum is clean and everything is air dried, typically next morning or next day, I'm able to do some deep cleaning with this. And I am here going into the back to get like a Publix bag for the stuff in the vacuum, right? So first things first, we got to take the vacuum apart. We got to throw away the stuff inside the vacuum and, just get the ball rolling here. I am trying really, really hard to deep clean and organize the majority of the apartment, but we are doing step by step, and that means that we also have to clean the stuff that helps us clean, right? Like the broom, the mop, also like the vacuum, and we are just spring cleaning, purging, organizing. I love doing that. So sometimes after I'm done with the list, I just go ahead and restart it because we always like to have things maintained. So here I am just taking, the vacuum apart and emptying out the container of the vacuum. This is grossing me out. I don't know why I didn't use gloves. And I'm not even saying it for YouTube purposes. I'm saying it because I didn't want to touch all that dust. But like, ew, look at this. Ew! It has a lot of dust, a lot of hair. We have a carpet in the room. I wish we didn't, but we do. And it carries, or it collects a lot of dust. As much as you try to vacuum it, it just collects a lot of dust. And I have very bad allergies. I do not like carpets or rugs for this purpose. I love how it looks like decor-wise, but I wish I could put the carpet and rugs like in the washing machine. Like if I could put it in the washing machine, we're gonna keep it. But otherwise, for right now, for hygiene and allergy purposes, no rugs, no carpets. We gotta work with what we got. I like to broom and mop a lot as well and dust because that also helps. But here I am. The first thing that I always do is I know I've said it a million times, but I like to take the vacuum apart, and the first thing I do is I just rinse it with water. Like I literally just wash the dust off with water. You want to make sure that you read your vacuum because the instructions for your vacuum, because every vacuum is a little bit different. We got this vacuum on Amazon. Oscar actually got the vacuum. We got it on Amazon and it was pretty affordable. It was like $80 to $100. And it's lasted a while. It's pretty good quality. It's not a Dyson. I wish I could get that one, but maybe in the future. Right now we gotta work with the blessings that we have. You know what I mean? So here I am just rinsing everything off first. I rinsed it a few times. Like I use just pure water first, right? You gotta be careful that you don't use harsh chemicals because you don't want to break the vacuum, and then you don't want anything else to get clogged up while you're cleaning another section. So I just use pure water to get all the dust and hair and anything that I basically vacuum up out of the vacuum. I always try to do this as gently as possible as well because I don't want anything to go down the drain. And I don't want to say I'm clumsy, but I am very hyper. So sometimes I try to rush and I don't want like anything to break or snap or unclip or like go down the drain. Because with my luck it will. I have a lot of hair and I have long hair as well. So a lot of hair, it's also long. So every single time I brush my hair, I always broom and vacuum right after because there's just hair everywhere. So I always have to vacuum and broom like the bathroom a lot. Just because you never know if family is gonna come over, if friends are gonna come over, a random surprise. I love being surprised. Normally it's baby Ari. And we love that. We love those surprises. So we always have to have snacks ready, toys ready, your bathing suit ready. My mom always told me you always have to have your bathing suit in the car because you never know. You never know. You have to have your bathing suit, a dress, heels, and like pajamas because you really never know. And your Bible. But here I am. I'm just rinsing everything. Again, I do like multiple times with water, and I like to set out like this what's it called, like this little towel on the side to place everything on it because I put everything together. I never want anything to get lost or misplaced or accidentally thrown away. So as soon as I rinse it, I put everything on that towel, and I do not touch that towel until it's time to put it back together. Again, just because things getting misplaced or the fact that it's so close to the sink or accidentally thrown away, we want to make sure everything stays together. So here I am. I am just cutting everything that's attached there. There was like a piece of floss as well, and like some string. I don't even know where that string came from, but it was there. So everything that was basically rolled around that, I just very quickly cut off because that's the quickest way. I don't like to pull on it because it feels weird. So I was like not having it. I did not want that. Even though it came off my head. Once the hair is off my head, I never want to touch it again. But we also have to maintain the space clean. So, ¿cómo se llama? And we are here just cutting cut. And for the life of me, this piece of hair would not get off. I was like, what are you doing? Go away. But what other areas are you guys doing? Like, are you guys cleaning as well? Are you guys deep cleaning your houses or decluttering? Or are you guys having kids help because some kids are home from school right now? Like, your siblings, your parents, like, try to help around the house. I love encouraging that and making it like a fun activity, like making it a game. So, like, run around the house, see who could do it quicker, and then, or, like, I don't know, like, see what you could do to help. There's always going to be dishes to wash, laundry to do, and trash to be taken out. So that's always a good thing to get done. Again, I'm just here rinsing every single piece. After I rinse it with water, I do it again with water and soap because, the more you do it, the better it is. I try not to use anything like brushes or anything harsh. I just use like Dawn dish soap because I think it gets rid of any grease or any hair and any like particles that are stuck. I love that dish soap. So it's just basically Dawn dish soap that I'm using to like rinse out the pieces again. But I love it. I think it smells great. I think it definitely cleans well. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend it to anybody who's asking me like, hey, what should I use? Dawn dish soap also has like a little duck at the front of, their bottle, and they help wildlife. So you want to help wildlife, especially a duck, you got me sold. I'm not saying I'm biased, but ducks rule the world. But yeah, so I love Dawn dish soap. If I ever get sponsored by them, I think I'll freak out. So yeah, they have a little duck on their bottles, and that for me, that's it. You got me with that. So again, I'm just here rinsing everything. I'm surprised how many times I rinsed it because I'm like, girl, how many times are you gonna clean that? But here we are. I double check everything, and of course, after I rinse it as well, I go back in like a third time and I like spray down everything with Clorox, and you're gonna see it coming up now that I'm gonna like grab the Clorox bottle and I spray it, give it a few seconds because you're supposed to wait like 10 to 30 seconds for it to like disinfect and then rinse it off, right? But it also gives the vacuum. Oh, there it is. I told you. But you're supposed to wait like 10 to 30 seconds for it to like actually like do its job and disinfect before you rinse it off. So that's also something to always keep in mind, when you're using Clorox. I like to clean the item off first and then use a Clorox to disinfect. Everybody is different. And of course, wear gloves and protect yourself. Don't do what I'm doing. Be safe. Ay! I rinsed this like a lot. What did I do? What am I doing? Oh, I'm rinsing like a piece, like the bottom piece of the vacuum, like the one that has a little rolling part, because that part always gets so much dust stuck in there. And my hair is so long, so sometimes I'll like cut the hair, I'll pull it, but then there'll still be like pieces stuck in there. And I try not to use anything to pull out the hair because I don't want, like, there's like this little rubbery hose of the vacuum, and I don't want that to break, because once that breaks, the suction is over. There's no more suction. So I just keep spraying it with Clorox and putting it under the water, praying for the best. I do not ever use anything to, put inside the actual vacuum itself. So here I am again, spraying everything with Clorox, rinsing it again, because this also like refreshes like the vacuum smell. If you vacuum, I'm sure you are aware that after vacuuming just even a little space, like the debris inside the vacuum will start giving off a very nice aroma. And of course, that aroma is something that you smell. So I always like to clean my vacuum and use Clorox because, it kind of mutes out that other smell. So here we are. I am just drying the outside of the vacuum as well. Kind of just again to clean and disinfect, especially for anybody who wants to use the vacuum after. La 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 la. I also cleaned the scissor. I sprayed the scissor with Clorox. I cleaned the vacuum with Clorox, and just spray everything down multiple times, the outside, the inside, and just allow that to air dry overnight in order to ensure that it's very clean and very disinfected. If you guys have any hacks or any tips, please leave them down below. And I love cleaning. I really do. I love cleaning. I love organizing. There's a lot of things that I want to share on the YouTube channel, but this is something that I really love doing. I think taking care of your things also makes you feel better as well, because it's nice to come home to like a clean, organized space, and then you also know where everything is, and you also know if like you need to replace something, so I love that. I really do. I love doing that. I love inspiring others to do that as well, like cleaning and organizing, and I also think it encourages you to like work on other goals as well, because when you have a clean space, you're like, okay, that's done. What else can I do with my time? You know what I mean? So I love to do that, and I think it's also important to teach little kids, like my nieces and nephews, because when it comes to responsibility, like eventually they're gonna have their own rooms and homes and cars, and they have to learn how to take care of their stuff. So it's definitely something that is an ongoing theme. After I'm done washing and cleaning the vacuum, I also clean down the sink. I again wash my hands, and I allow the Clorox to basically do its work. Wait 10 to 30 seconds, but I also clean the sink again after this video. So here I am splashing it off, just because again the vacuum was giving the sink like a funky smell, so we definitely wanted to attack that smell sooner rather than later. And here I am. How many times did I rinse this sink? Pero bueno, guys, I hope you guys like the video. We're gonna be cleaning the refrigerator next, and I hope this encourages you to get up and do something around the house and start cleaning, because there's always something to clean. Lo quiero!